Skoo, skoo. Alright, cool. It's your boy, Carmelo, Daily Crypto, NFT Generation. You know how it goes. We got another NFT project today. Now, normally I like to start with the art, but this project is VeeFriends. VeeFriends Series 2 is the project. Ultimately, we've got to start with the team. Not sure if you know who it is, but it's hard not to know who it is. Gary Vee, GARYVAYNERCHUK. He is one of the most prominent people in the space. He's got an incredible following. I mean, it's hard not to know who he is, but just in case you don't, he's got an incredible following on all social media platforms. He first started on YouTube, pretty much at the start of YouTube, to be fair, when he was creating videos on wine. Then he left the platform and came back, which he's mentioned he regrets. He's known for the hustle, really, you know, championing things like garage sales, trading cards, like valuable cards. Overall, he's just a really successful entrepreneur in business, including, you know, his media company, Vayner Media. He's Gary Vee, man. He's Gary Vee. All right, so now moving on to the art. It's hard to talk about Series 2 without talking about Series 1 in any aspect, in honesty, but especially the art. But with Series 1, that was a collection of 10,250 NFTs put out by Gary Vee. Each NFT was actually drawn by Gary Vee himself. Art is actually, it's a bit pants, in honesty. It was received that way as well. So initially, the Dutch auction started off high, ended up quite low at half an ETH. Most of the NFTs, or quite a lot of them, were picked up at that price. So it wasn't really that well received. Everyone who did pick it up done amazingly well. Floors at just under 10 ETH at the moment, so absolutely killing it. The art for Series 2 is an upgrade of Series 1. So a lot of the characters used in Series 1 have been used again in Series 2, but like an upgraded version. So, you know, you'll see a lot of similarities between the two projects, but the art's been done by someone else, and it's effectively an upgraded version. Now, I think project-wise, looking at the two projects that are going out, Gary Vee, he's trying to give a lot of value to his community. He's always talking about 40-50 years into the future. He's not trying to look at this as a quick buck that he's going to make. I mean, he's going to make a lot of money, but it doesn't seem like he's trying to make a quick buck. He keeps talking about that. I mean, he's made a lot of money anyway. You know, more money is always good. I mean, there's some people, you'll be listening to this and your aim is to make some money as well. But ultimately, he seems like he's in it for a little bit more than that. I think some of his aims are to get NFTs and the Web3 space out to the masses, out to people that are not really in that space now. So there's a lot of people that hold Gary Vee's, VeeFriends NFTs, but don't hold anything else really. That's all they really hold, because that's their first introduction into the space, which is good. You know, the more people in the space, the better for everyone that's already in the space. You know, it's always good. Mass adoption is definitely always good. So, and he's a real driver of that, which is good. So I think he's doing that, and he's going to continue to do that. I think another aim of his was to just send a bit of love, you know, a love, peace, prosperity. The message in some of the NFTs, like the Suffocate Hate one, is just a positive message, and I think he just wanted to put that out there. And I think lastly, to provide real utility to his community, and to actually build a community that's gonna be around and be with him for the next 40-50 years. Now that's all, it's what he keeps talking about. He does that via a few things, and just access to his universe, the Gary Vee universe, whether that be via VeeCon or something else. But his aim is to provide real utility. The NFT supply for this project is 55,555 NFTs. Damn, son! Now, that is crazy. Somewhat scary, to be fair. I mean, it's about 5 times a normal collection, a normal NFT collection. So it's absolutely insane the number of NFTs he's going for. Now, with with the way he's doing it, and as I said, he keeps talking about 40-50 years from now. The way he's doing it, he's building a community, and as I also said, I think he's trying to get people into the space that are not already in the space. The following he has is absolutely incredible. The only thing is, 55,000 NFTs, it's just ridiculous. Yeah, he's got over 3 million followers on Instagram, but not all of his following are Web3 savvy. They don't all know how to navigate the relevant tools needed to actually buy an NFT. OpenSea is making things easier, and different platforms, they're getting easier, don't get me wrong, but there's still a bit of a barrier to entry there. So I think 55,000 is a lot, and then when you consider the fact that he's already got a 10,000 collection, you're talking about the demand needs to be 65,000 NFTs in essence is what is the demand that needs to be satisfied. So it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. The hype for this one is undeniable, of course. It's Gary Vee. So some people underestimated him on VF1, and I think there's going to be enough people that are not going to do that on VF2. So I think it's one that is going to sell out. I think it's going to sell out pretty quickly. I tend to find that having a look on YouTube is a really good indication. Other platforms as well, but I think looking on YouTube is a really good indication as to the hype surrounding the project. And of course, you look on there and Gary Vee is all over it. So as I said, I think it's going to sell out pretty quickly. The mint date is the 25th of April. That's for the public mint. The friends listers was sooner than that, but the mint date for the public mint is the 25th of April, and only 10,000 of the NFTs are available on that public mint. So it would have already been a lot of NFTs already gone by then, as part of the whitelisting, effectively called it the friends list, but already gone, and potentially already on the secondary market as well. So it's potentially already going to affect how that mint is to go. I still think it's a sellout. I still think everything will go. It's quite a fair mint price. So the mint price is 0.335 ETH plus gas, of course. You'd like to think that with the number of people that would have minted because they're on the whitelist prior to the 25th of April, which is effectively 45,000 people, there might not be a huge amount of gas, but Gary Vee's following is absolutely crazy, so the gas could still be quite high. So I still expect a bit of a gas war. Okay, now the overall verdict for me is a bit of a complicated one. I normally like to think, is it a short-term hold? Is it a long-term hold? That's kind of my general overall assessment. I think it's a long-term hold. I think Gary Vee for the scene, for the space, is really good. And I think you'll see a lot of value. I think financial value. So not just value in the utility. I think you'll see that as well. But I think you'll see a lot of financial value in the future. But I don't think it's an instant purchase. I don't think I'm going to be in a mint on this one. I think there's going to be a lot of people that get in, and then not necessarily going to have a lot of liquidity after that, because it's 55,000 NFTs. So I think there's going to be a clamor to try and sell the NFTs, and I think that's gonna have a real effect on the market. Reason I say that, I think it's one of the largest NFT collections in the NFT space, certainly the largest with this amount of hype. So with that being said, it's deviating from the mold. Gary Vee does that. He deviates from the mold. But is this too far away from the mold? Let's see, I guess. A lot of the holders are going to be VF1 holders. So if they're looking to hold one of Gary Vee's NFTs to be part of his universe, do they really need to hold VF1 and VF2? They probably don't. If they're going to make a choice, they're going to choose to hold VF1. There's a lot more value in that, so they can sell they can sell VF2 and make a quick buck. Maybe they'll think the other way around. Maybe they'll start selling VF1s, and then that price would then plummet. But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're holding VF1. They're probably going to want to continue to hold that because it's a lot more scarce. So it's going to stay liquid. So later down the line, it'd be better to hold that particular NFT and then sell VF2. But if you've got 40,000 people trying to sell the NFTs at the same time and trying to get rid of it, that floor price is just gonna absolutely plummet. So I think after the reveal is when the prices are gonna dip, because I think a lot of people are gonna hold on to see what they're gonna get. Are they gonna get a rare? How is it gonna turn out? Once the reveal's been made, anyone that hasn't got a particularly rare NFT, I say anyone, I mean there's going to be a lot of people, but those people that haven't got a particularly rare NFT, I think they're gonna dump on the market. And at that point, when you start seeing a bunch of mistakes being made, that's the time to get involved. So after the reveal is when I'm going to look to start sniping these NFTs off the floor. And then potentially holding for the long term, because I think Gary Vee is good, and I think he's gonna hold up his end of the bargain with the NFT space in general, and Web3. But the way in which he's putting his foot in now is these NFTs, and I think I'm gonna stick with him. But that's it from your boy Carmelo. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. It is a massive help your boy while I'm helping you. Let's get it.